back again with the second episode of MLB 18, the show. Franchise mode with the Orioles. Last time out, we won, hitting 3 home runs. 1 with Mancini, 1 with Alvarez, and 1 with Davis, as we just snuck out a win 4-3 against the Minnesota Twins. And Dylan Bundy was the player of the game, pitching 7 solid innings with allowing 4 hits. Two of them were homers, though, but 11 strikeouts, and Darren O'Day got the save. But for the upcoming games, we are going to do critical situations.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the American League East, the Boston Red Sox combined to allow only 4 hits as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 13-1. Josh Donaldson drove in 3, helping lead the Blue Jays over the Yankees 5-4. The Oakland Athletics totaled 11 hits as they defeated the visiting Angels 7-2. The Rangers launched 3 home runs as they got the home victory against the Astros 8-6. The Braves defeated the visiting Fightin' Phils 2-1. The Chicago Cubs got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Fish in Miami 10-3. The Arizona Diamondbacks combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 4-1. The Dodgers racked up 11 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Giants 7-5. Christian Yelich had a total of 6 base hits, leading the Brewers to a win over the Padres 12-6. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
He won 16. Actually, no, he wants a lot less. We'll give him 3.7 out of 10 if our roster wasn't full. So we'll just make a trade like those 3 for that. Not that person. Yep. Oh. If I could do this today. Bam. There we go. We just freed up space on our roster. Now we can sign him for $2.7 million contract for set 4 years. And is he putting him right in the majors? Nope, it dropped him right into AA, add to main or 40-man. Throw onto the MLB roster. And we're gonna move down to AAA, then go to our AAA, drop him down to AA, drop him down to single A. Okay. Yeah. So critical situations should be on right. Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit for the cycle. Sim to the end. We do end up winning. As we sweep through the first. His 2 home runs make it 3. Nah. We do win 6-3. Game is tied, but they could walk it off until game. Mr. Productive, Chris Davis with 11 RBIs. Nice. Nice. Reddit. Oh, Bregman.
And good evening to those of you just joining us on the show. You've chosen to tune in at a great time. Richard Blyer is on the mound looking to keep this game tied, but these fans are hoping to celebrate a walk-off victory.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the hard.
Oh my God.
The count now at 2-1. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. Hit on the ground to short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini, head-to-head against Chris Davinsky. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Started that swing a bit too early. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Onto this real quick. I think I guess.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first gets him. One out here to lead off the 10th.
So now,
ready now for Baltimore. Jonathan Stowe.
Double.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason.
That's not good. Cini was our notable with home run and RBI and a run scored. What's this saying? Yada training, yada. Back here. Boop. Pirates offering a trade. So reliever Miguel Castro, who I just sent down into AAA, for third baseman David Freese. Freese compared to... I don't like this trade. He's old and we don't need him. He's working on a no through 7 now. What? No hitter and game is tied, but he could walk it off. Time to clamp it down. Nah, we end up losing. Just trying to close you out. Down by 2 again. Tree up. Oh, I feel bad. Mike Wright has pitched beautifully throughout the game. Mr. Productive, Aaron Judge and Jose Abreu both having 13 RBIs. Standings with third right now. They're doing a lot better in this than they are in real life. But what can we expect from the video game? Second and home runs. Damn.
We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. Craig Gentry may be looking to go deep here as he and his team trail by 1 here in the 9th. Popped him up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
Can we get that one maybe? Maybe?
Here comes the 0-1. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Rasmus, the runner at second with 1 away. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Now the 2-1. Just catches the inside corner for strike 2.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out. Stepping in and ready for another shot. Danny,
who do we got on that subs? Brady on the mound, Valencia coming out. Come on, Pedro.
Valencia, lifetime numbers versus David Robertson. He's totaled 4 hits in 17 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Pops this one up. And this will land foul. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Line hard toward right center. Judge is there. Makes the catch, and the ball game is over. A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The New York Yankees cross
the 8th to win. I feel so bad for Mike Wright. He had a beautiful game. 7 in the 3rd inning. No runs. Michael Givens gave up the throw-in homer. Gave throw-in homer. We're gonna quick manage this game. Bundy on the mound.
3! Ball 4, take the base. 3! 3! 3!
Needless to say, Bundy is not having a great game when it comes to pitching this team. I wasn't pulling this in.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 48.
Could we get something going? Then he runs into the play.
Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 35. Now pitching for the Blue Jays.
Scored one.
Number 72.
This so early, J.J. Alvarez and runs into the play. Needs triple for the cycle. I don't care about the cycle. 2014, 14-10 is final. I shut out late. Do end up winning. Did he end up closing out the shutout? Yeah, no. Darren O'Day came in. How to fix. Tied, but Machado can end it with a walk-off. Yeah, we lost. 10-game hit streak on the line. I don't care. We lost. We ended up winning. Think for anything? This is looking more like what's gonna happen to those in real life. Freaking view what the Angels are offering. Center fielder Chris Young for second base prospect. I don't like Chris Young. This is what we're gonna do here. Let's get all this out of the way. So Machado's playing well though. I don't want to get rid of a player who's playing well, but I think Machado has to go. But he's playing well, and it's pissing me off because he's not getting it. He's not doing anything up here. Cizo, we're gonna send him down. Move him down to AAA. Oh yeah. Move him to AAA. Move you up to the majors. There we go. We're not gonna make anything. We're not gonna do anything with Machado yet.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting in the AL East.
It could end up with a walk-off. It was 1-7 to whatever it was. 9-7. Tillman on the mound ends up picking up the win. Wright picks up the win. And the last one. Tied, we can end it with a walk-off. Nah, we end up losing. Walk-off. You know what? Today.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting in the AL West, the A's got 12 hits in this one as they got the home victory against the Astros 5-2. The Tigers...
A 12-game hit streak on the line. I don't care. Yeah, sure. But you had a 14-game hit streak on the line. Don't care. 16-game hit streak on the line. We're losing. I don't care about his hit streak. Five and 4. Do we want to play as Wright, Bonde, or Gausman?
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the Toronto Blue Jays halted their 6-game losing streak as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 6-4.
See how Mike Wright plays. We're going to play that full game. As we will our... Where's our other alternates? Alternate twos. Would mount? Tim Beckham, Valencia coming in. Yeah. JD Martinez, Mr. Productive. Okay. Here's John Belcher right behind him with 40. Prosper not far behind him. 39.
Friday night baseball now. Settling in now, Danny Valencia. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. First pitch coming, here it is. And we're underway as the first pitch is a check swing, but a called strike, 0-1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think yesterday.
Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
Now that is the way you want to start a game on the road. He comes out swinging and stands at second as the first base runner of the night. Now we'll see if his teammates can pick him up and if they can punch first.
Stepping up to the plate, Trey Mancini. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
MLB has on the road. Better average at home and more home runs at home.
First offering on its way. Hit hard on the ground to short. Gloved by Bogarts. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I love watching Manny Machado do his thing. He comes in hitting over 340 on the season. I'll tell you, if you watch him closely, you realize that he's just so consistent with his approach. I'm looking for another one of those consistent performances today.
He's set, and the pitch. Up around the face.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
Slapped hard the opposite way. But this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Running fastball.
Batting fourth.
Here's Chris Davis now.
Number 19.
Could I get an inside piece?
Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. Davis, who's often called Crush Davis. He was a 5th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
Is 10th on the year. Chris Davis takes the pitcher deep.
A 2-run shot for Chris Davis, number 10 for him on the year, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Bing.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
It's changed. Oh my God.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll enter play with a good chance to get over 300. He's at 298. 6 home runs and 21 driven in. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ranging back is Bradley, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall. He's around second now as they're still searching for it out there. And a relay home. And he'll make it to third base. Almost a home run there, but he's got himself a triple instead. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result, he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. Coming to the plate now, Colby Rasmus. And the Orioles looking for more here in this game's opening frame. Lifted into center field. Bradley is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But the Orioles strike for 2 thanks to the 2-run home run. Bottom of the first.
Yeah, but not before.
Mike Wright, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2. It's taken on the inside corner, strike 3.
That was a close one.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. It was a 2-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's game. First pitch coming, here it is. Right over the middle, knee high. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Hit out towards second. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, that 2-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
So it's backwards K on the changeup that time. J.D. Martinez becomes the second out of the bottom of the first. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Popped him up. Davis in foul ground. And that retires the side.
And now we go in
now for the O's, Pedro Alvarez. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. A shot to second base and handled for the first out. Digging in, Craig Gentry, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First offering on its way. Popped up. Ramirez moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The catcher, number 36.
Now in the box, Caleb Joseph. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
How'd that get away from the catcher?
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Okay. That's close running.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
Hey, I don't know what happened in between innings, but he went down that tunnel with a few of his teammates and some coaches and found a way to regroup because he's been really good this second inning. After going out in the first, I thought it was going to be a super short out.
The throw into second. And he is in there.
Okay. Somehow accepted.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit to short. Bogarts has it. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. It was an 0-for-4 effort for him in Wednesday's ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one just missed outside. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And Rasmus is there to put this ball away for out number 1. Next up for the Red Sox, Hanley Ramirez. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Ready on 1 and 2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2. Popped up. And no one will get this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You don't see that too often. You starting to get in swing mode and you start fouling off multiple pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag if they'll throw. Nice job by the offensive player.
Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. Mancini is back near the monster as he makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Jackie Bradley now. First shot for him here, and he brings in a batting average of up near the .330 mark on the season. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. The 1-2. High pop-up. Valencia is there. And the inning is over. 1 left. Digging in for his second at-bat, Trey Mancini will be the first to stand in here in the inning for Baltimore, with Manny Machado waiting to follow.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Now here's the pitch. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Tapped down the line. That winds up foul. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
First pitch on its way. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
As long as you actually get it inside, That two-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's...
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay. And the throw skips past him as he can't pick it cleanly. Luckily, however, the first baseman will get his glove on it.
That's a nice piece of hitting right there, Dan. He went heater up in the zone and then tried to drop the off speed, but he was on it.
Boy, Mark, that's the oldest trick in the book, right? You use one pitch to set up the other. This guy wasn't having any part of that.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Jonathan Scope. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Grounded to short. Bogarts has it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping up now, Colby Rasmus. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Bullet back up the middle. Bradley is going to have room out there as he puts this away.
It's going to be caught.
Leading off the inning, Sandy Leon. And they'll need him to get something going here. In there at the knees, strike 1. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Bounce to first. Fielded cleanly by Davis. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Ready for another chance. Eduardo Nunez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gentry sprinting after it. And that's the second out of the inning. So striding forward now, Xander Bogaerts. He singled his last time up. And that's in there for strike 1.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
Towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out.
36 pitches.
Digging in to try it again, Pedro Alvarez comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and it bangs off the monster. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes 1 swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Lifted in the air to shallow center field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Alvarez rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they push the lead to 5 now. At the plate, Caleb Joseph, 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. From the stretch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Betts has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And a 6th run will come across on the sac fly. It's now 6-zip. Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Danny Valencia, 1 for 2, including a double back in the first. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
This has been a rough inning for him on the mound, but now after that sac fly, he's got to reset. No one on base, so just get 2 more outs and let your teammates try to pick you up with the bats.
But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2. Digging in and looking for more, Trey Mancini. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Here's J.D. Martinez. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. The next 0-2. Drilled right back up the middle. Scope has it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Striding in once again, Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there for strike 1, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Standing in, Andrew Benintendi. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Here's Hanley Ramirez, 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. Check swing, but he held up in time, 0-1. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. Ramirez stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up, and we'll have to leave it there as the play is
the end of the inning.
Ready once again, Manny Machado. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, great.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Bogarts into shallow left, and that's the first out of the inning. Here's Chris Davis now. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Is it right between?
Hey, not an easy thing to do right there, Dero, with that stacked infield on the right side. To hit it through where the shift is, have to hit that in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, he found a good result right there, Dan. Pitcher actually executed right there. Got him to hit it where he wanted to. Put good barrel, good contact on that ball, and was able to find the hole.
Wow.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. First offering on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Betts giving chase.
Got it.
Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
I'm going to take the first pitch. Unless I know what it is.
Here's the center fielder now, Colby Rasmus. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Takes a knee-high fastball.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on in this game, so I think the game plan on that pitch right there was
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it.
Okay.
Rafael Devers, the next to bat. He leads off from the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Popped him up. Valencia over to his right. 1 down.
Over to Valencia.
Up next for the Red
Here's
Sox,
Jackie Bradley now.
center fielder,
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Junior.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled off.
Not too worried about him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate.
I guess they thought.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 Boston errors to this point in the contest. Fouled away.
Really, his hitting hasn't been coming on.
Grounded up the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Ow. Oh my
Another
God.
one sent foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Gentry moves over. 2 gone.
I'm not dropping it. Really. That's Craig.
The catcher,
Ready for another chance? Sandy Leon.
Leon.
Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. And a ball and a strike now to Sandy Leon.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. Brian Johnson gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Here's the first pitch to him. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Orioles,
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Craig Gentry. 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Got him reaching a bit too far after that one. It's strike 1.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
up next for the Orioles, catcher, Caleb Joseph.
Ready for another shot now. Caleb Joseph earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now that ball's hit well, deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. 0-1 count and the pitch. Pitch inside, the throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Betts in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
I wasn't even thinking about sending him.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Danny Valencia. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled away.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2. Gentry stands at second with 2 gone. Fly ball out to right field. Betts has a read on it, and that ends the inning. 1 left. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Eduardo Nunez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. 0-1 the count. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. No runs, 3 hits, and 2 Boston errors to this point in the contest. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop. Now a ball swung on and hit to Davis over at first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Riding in once again, J.D. Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Hey, we have to commend him right here. 1 out away from grinding through 6 strong innings against one of the better lineups in the game.
And another foul ball. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Back goes Rasmus, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. Martinez isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate, and he's safe at the plate. And the deficit now stands at 5.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside the Parker. Looked like he was carrying a piano around his back when he rounded third, but he made it. Somebody get him an oxygen mask.
First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Popped him up. Davis has a play, and he brings it in on the warning track.
Did say he brung it in on the warning track?
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the leadoff hitter reaches base safely, and now it's the run-producing part of the order with nobody out.
Whoa, that ball was close. Whizzed right by his head. I think he probably heard it go by, guys. That's pretty unsettling for a pitcher. Trust me, I know.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw to first, and he can't come up with it. Throw won't get him.
Even if he's running that so if he's out.
Wow, as we take another look, I have to wonder if the first baseman just kind of took it for granted. Next thing you know, he drops the ball, and the runner's safely aboard. He's not going to be happy with himself about that one.
He's set. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop up, strikeout. Something to get you back in this inning.
Cue shot here out towards short. Well, this is pulled in by the shortstop. Here's the center fielder now, Colby Rasmus. First pitch coming. Here it is. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Up next for the Orioles.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pedro Alvarez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit. 1 run scores. And the run is in to score from second. It's an 8-1 ball game.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches and get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit that drives in 2. Frustrating for a pitcher.
And that's in there. Base hit. Davis is on his way home. The tag, and he's safe as they push their lead to 8 now.
Well, that's an aggressive send there, D-Row, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
A swing and a ground ball to third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Giving chase is Benintendi, and that's the 3rd out.
Scoring 3 in the 7th here.
Digging in to try it again, Andrew Benintendi. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
They're going to send him out.
Sent on the ground out to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
I'm not sure how smart of an idea.
From the belt, the pitch.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Lifted into center field. And Rasmus is there to put this ball away for route number 1.
That's one of them.
Striding in for Boston, Rafael Devers. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. No balls and 1 strike. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side.
I think that's going to do it for my parts today.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Danny Valencia. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. Line towards center field.
Right back at the middle.
Bradley is right there, 1 down.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Trey Mancini. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. A wind-up and the 0-1. And a breaking ball stays outside. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2. Ready now for Baltimore, Manny Machado. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And he fouls this one off.
I also don't like that the game doesn't let you chop around if you get hit.
The 0-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Off the light tower, and it's gone.
Manny Machado takes this guy deep.
It's a solo home run off the bat of Manny Machado. Number 13 for him on the year as they push this lead up to 9 now.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up bomb at any time. As a pitcher, you just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he rips it on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Orioles strike for 1 on the home run by Machado. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Orioles 10 and the Red Sox 1. Here's Jackie Bradley now. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch coming, here it is. And that one right down Main Street.
Right. Still out here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a jam shot here as this is sent towards second. Scope is there, and there are two away now.
He's almost through the late here.
Ready once again, Eduardo Nunez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1.
Looks like Mike Wright showing some fatigue out here now. He's getting a little wild.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike
and
three.
A beautiful changeup to strike him out swinging.
Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network from Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back.
See you later. That one's on
to Lansdowne and gone.
As Jonathan Scope takes the sky deep.
Jonathan Scope with a solo shot. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as this lead got even wider.
And now it's a 10th run.
Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitters are on point. The pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate, and this offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. There to look it in his bets, and that's out number 1. Digging in and looking for more, Pedro Alvarez. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Popped him up. Nunez is there, and they go down in a hurry here. Next up for the Red Sox, Xander Bogaerts starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
A ball hit hard to the left side, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Is going to keep him at first.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Line towards center field. Rasmus has to run straight back, but he has it for the first out.
We'll go to first as J.D. Martinez becomes first out of the second.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. In his last at bat, he popped out in foul ground. And this pitch is taken on the
right now, even though I'm not trying to do that.
The inner half for strike 1. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 home. And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. And it's gone into the monster seats.
Mookie Betts. And looks like that will be the end.
Elvis Aranjo enters from the bullpen, hoping to get the final 2 outs and put this one into the win column.
Number 57.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Valencia moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Here's Hanley Ramirez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Getting the run support needed for Mike
Johnny couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike.
8 innings.
Last strike now for the Red Sox.
8 in the 3rd inning.
Hit hard to the right side.
Second out.
Foul.
The second
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit hard but foul toward first, so he'll come back and line it up again.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
2 out, 2 strike offering. Here it is. Count still at 1-2.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it.
As Craig Enter gets
and
under
he'll make the catch, and the Orioles have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over. 11-3 the final score in this contest. Baltimore jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Mike Wright wins his 3rd of the season, turning in 8 1/3 with quality work. Marcus Walden struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt.
I'm pretty sure that's going to do it for me, guys. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours? No, an hour. Not almost 2. Started at like 8:50, so an hour. But yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you support my content and want me to do a Road to the Show series, subscribe, because that will probably be coming out sometime tomorrow. I'll stream on that sometime tomorrow. But yeah, that's going to do. Hit the bell if you want to be notified anytime I upload and be part of the notification squad, yada yada yada. Peace out.